Hi, beautiful souls. Yes, we are all souls. This is first and foremost, and this is how I'd like to start this conversation today, as this understanding that in our essence, we are this infinite soulful beings, and to put this as the foundational level of what I am to share today, which is about gender dynamics and the power struggles between the different genders and the roles we play. So, in our essence, we are souls, yet here we are in these different physical forms, being in a female or a male physical body. We naturally come with different belief systems, different conditions from society about the roles, the stories, what really is to be a man or a woman. And we grow up in society that designates those roles depending on your culture you're brought up to. Being a man or a woman may look differently. Yet, what is the similar thing about all of that is that there are power dynamics that come between men and women in relationships. And we are in relationship with everything. If it's your intimate partnership or just your close friends or the people you work with, everything is a relationship, and it can bring up different stuff. So it doesn't matter like what your culture is. It's like really noticing this core things around how we actually feel, come up with this sense of separation between each other, between men and women. And naturally, yes, we are all unique as souls, and we do come to have unique attributes as humans and unique traits. Yet, because of all the conditioning from society and all the programs, instead of really noticing the similarities and coming into deeper union and understanding with ourselves, while in the midst of our diversion and differences, can that actually bring us closer instead of setting us further apart? And the power dynamics. What is true power? True power in its core essence level is our remembrance of who we are, our direct connection to source, the remembrance that we are co-creators on this earth. And through the power of our thoughts, of our energy, of our emotions, we're constantly co-creating in this reality. And that is true power, but true power that is anchored in remembrance before all the time. And that remembrance too, that true power is anchored in love, is anchored in what is good for me is good for the whole. True power is not defensive, is not attacking, is not to be at war. That is just power masquerading as power. But in its essence, it's not. It's not. In its essence, has a deep pain body of separation between its human family, a big disconnect. So I'd love to open this conversation and just kind of notice the different roles within, especially men and women, how they relate and how it creates such a big separation between our relationship instead of really noticing our differences and bringing them together. So, for example, in many cultures, the man can be in the form of the provider, the one that protects the family, that provides safety and security. Then the woman is the one who creates the home, who brings nourishment and support and love. And those roles could also be reversed in today's society. Like sometimes men can take more of a feminine qualities and women can take more of man qualities. Yet what I keep seeing again and again, that there's like a certain type of hierarchy even between those ways of relating, of the one providing or the one receiving, or the one, for example, like sharing information, like embodying a teacher type of quality. So even if I am sharing something with you right now and you, the listener, is receiving it, nowhere in me I feel like I'm superior or higher than you by teaching you something. It's really, I'm sharing something that is already innately within you, and whatever it awakens in you, it's already there. You already know it. So whatever resonates with you, you can receive it. Whatever doesn't resonate, you can leave it behind. But that doesn't mean I know more than you or I'm superior than you. Yes, we're all on different levels on the path of our awareness and consciousness, and simultaneously in our core level, we are one. Meaning, whatever I am sharing is here for me to receive too, and vice versa, whatever anyone will be sharing with me. And that doesn't mean like they know more, they're more superior, because these superiority dynamics really create this, again, sense of separation where I may feel less than you, you may feel less than me. And that is nonsense, because the basis of what we put a value in society on who is better, like the whole competition, comparative dynamics, all of that has created this such a distortion of us as a human family, as a community, as really one cosmic being that's operating through different forms. And it is here to come into harmony, into balance, into synergy, into co-creation. So if we can truly focus and see, why are we here, and what is the innate draw of the heart, like, and what on a foundational level makes us so happy, or what do we actually want? Is happiness, love, joy, peace, yeah, to feel in union with life, to feel in union with each other. So on a foundational level, we all want the same thing. Yet here we are, me now in a woman's body, sharing with you, or like me in a woman's body, getting in front of a men's group and sharing with them. And how for all of us, we have these mother and father wounds in our bringing, where we haven't felt like we were truly loved for who we are. So we created these wounding patterns that are actually protective mechanism patterns. So then they keep getting triggered based on these separative dynamics. When we feel like we're not fully being seen, we're not fully being loved, like the other person is in conflict with us, or is showing us something we feel we're lacking, which again creates this hierarchy. There's so many different levels of where our upbringing has distorted these different roles we play. Because again, as souls, we are androgynous. We are both the man and the woman. We are both the masculine and feminine polarities of expression. So we all carry these qualities. And naturally, for example, me being in a woman's body, I may have to go through a journey or karmic patterns to understand on a different level what it is like to be in a woman's body, and also how to understand men from that perspective. And instead of feeling like I need to compete with them, or I need to show them or prove them something, or it can be the other aspect where a man can put a woman on a pedestal, or a woman can put her man on a pedestal, as if they're, that godlike quality, which again, it comes from childhood. We put our parents on pedestals and we think and we see them as gods. But if we can actually see that the man or the woman are equal, so the equality piece is everything in life. It helps us to bridge this interconnectedness with each other instead of swaying from independence to codependence with each other, to really come to this middle path of interconnection, equality, to truly understand, see each other, and realize, wait, we are on the same team. Because again, on a fundamental level, we just all want is to be happy, to be at peace, to feel joy, to feel connection with life and the earth, to be well, to be whole. So if we realize that we actually all want the same thing, then we are on the same team. Just because we may have different attributes and unique aspects of how our personality may show up as being in a man or a woman's body, or the way we go through life. Like some of us may be more sensitive to energy. How can we focus and intent on equality, to really walk next to each other, to really bridge the gap, this belief that we're separate, and the outside appearance of being in a woman's body, being in a man's body. Yes, there are different ways of how even our body reacts to things. Like, for example, for women, the hormone levels are way more sensitive than men. Our adrenals, how they can be affected by different stimulants. So these are the outside appearances. And then the energetic that can then show up on the outside. But if we have all a core level of intention to bring equality, peace, connection, union with each other, if that's our main focus, then we can start unraveling all the things that keep us separate. The falsity of what a true power is, and how it's not at all important to be more powerful than anybody. What's important is to bridge that gap of separation, and first and foremost be anchored in true power within ourselves that is connected with source, with consciousness, with awareness. And then naturally the virtues are there of harmony, of balance, of love, of peace. And when we're in our power, we naturally want to share it with others. But it's not coming from a place of proving ourselves, of knowing better, knowing more. Because if it's coming from that place, then actually deeply in there are parts in us that are still feeling lack, that are still asking for validation and approval from the outside. But when we're anchored in true power within ourselves, we're actually self-responsible. This deep self-authority and connection to life that naturally inspires others when we share from ourselves. It is not bringing divisiveness or sense of comparison, which again means separation. I'm separate from you, you're separate from me. For example, when I see through the eyes of oneness, equality, and union, then I no longer need to prove myself, and then I no longer need to defend myself, because these are the same, the pendulum swing. And this is how conflict is created, especially between men and women in relationships, of I need to prove myself, or I need to defend myself. It's just the same energy expressing in different ways. When we see, oh, we're on the same team, and can we rise in our power together? beyond the roles we play, can we drop the roles and come to the essence of that, just that union on the outside between harmony and balance between men and women is something that we're also meant to look within, about our inner mother and father, to rise within us, for the masculine and the feminine to rise within us, so our inner child feels love and safe and good to be in its play, to be in its creativity, to be in its expression, freedom to truly be who he or she is. And then through those ways of expression and freedom, we naturally gravitate towards each other. We naturally want to bring this balance and harmony in our relationships. So this is a conversation that I'm just opening up and scratching the surface, and I will be sharing more on, because to me this is truly the foundation of this world, is our relationships, and bringing balance and harmony between the different roles, genders, all those dynamics we play, to like crumble them down and really come to the essence, the foundation, and focus on that. And if any of you have any questions or topics you want me to speak on, again, this is something I'd like to share more about and keep opening up this conversation. But yes, please write in the comments. And also I am initiating this 88 days holding space just for men on this cycle starting in January. So if any of you men are interested in joining, I'll put the application below. And I also do women's work and one-on-one work. You can always reach out for that as well. And I'm just in deep gratitude to life, and to be in service, and to keep breaking through these outdated ways of being. It's time to rise. It's time to be in our true power. That is union. That is equality. That comes from the soul. So then our humanness can come through, and the conditions of falsity can fall away. So blessed be. Sending you so much love. Thank you.